you sang that song for a long time?
Yeah, I got a sheet for it.
Yeah. Where did you learn it?
I learned it at home.
From your mum?
Yeah.
And where do you live?
I live in Labre Park.
Tell us about who else is here today.
There is Aunt Eileen, there is Vina, there's Dominic Matthew, there's Aunt Breda, there's my sister, my mummy, and there's Elizabeth and Abby, and there is more people, and my auntie, and my sister, Naomi. There's everybody here today. Not much people though.
Not much, just a few.
Yeah.
And what are they going to be doing today?
We're practicing our songs.
And your mum, is she going to play?
Yeah, she's going to tell us about her goldfish. About my brother's goldfish when he was any younger.
Have you heard the story about it?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a bit funny.
Let's do the Why My Traveller now again then. I'm going a little bit slower. So if you listen to this. So it's hang on. I'm going to shine now. Hang on.
Could you sing for me?
Could I?
Yeah, with your guitar.
I could. I'd love to.
Yay! The two of you are my favourite singers. You have very good throats. I wish that I could have your voice.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think anybody should have my voice.
I think your voice is beautiful.
Thanks very much, Alicia. You're making me blush.
Sing then.
What would you like?
I would like any song, what you think.
Any song that I sing.
Yay! I love when they sing. I love when they sing. I love when he sings. He's so kind. All he is so kind.
The road is now begun. We must go marching to the beating of the drum. Go dress yourself all in your best and come along with me. I'll take you to the war we love in high Germany. Oh Willie, love, Willie, come listen what I do say. My feet they are so tender, I cannot march away. And besides, my dearest Willie, I am with child by thee, not fitted for the war me love in high Germany. Oh, cursed be the cruel wars that ever they should rage. And out of merry England, press many's a man like wise. They pressed my true love from me, likewise my brothers three, and sent them to the army land in high Germany. My friends I do not value, nor my foes.
Initially there was talk of a few different ideas, but really it's just been a lesson in trust and in sharing and in exchanging of cultures and loads of talk and fun. I guess I'm fortunate that I'm having the opportunity to bring out some poetry and some musicians to the group and have the crack and maybe just for them to have a bit of escapism for the couple of hours when we're having a cup of tea and singing a few songs. And then I guess like the ultimate goal is to make sure that they feel maybe prepared to perform in the National Concert Hall, and I feel that that's an important thing to have the Traveller voice in that space.
Overall, the project is part of Dublin's Culture Connects and the National Neighbourhood Project. And what the National Neighbourhood Project is, it's about connecting Dubliners across the region with different artists, with other communities within their neighbourhoods, and Dublin City Council, their local libraries, area office and national cultural institutions. So then leading into 2016, it was in the summer where first contact with some of the women in Labre Park had been made. And through that, one of our team had met with some of the women, and what came out as quite strong in that interaction was the idea of storytelling, of stories that were maybe being lost, stories that were not getting a chance to be heard, and voices that were not being heard. So that became quite a strong part of the project.
And we all go together to the wild mountain tide, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
How long are you here now?
I must be a long time. I was here when I was single, and I'm here when I married. When I married.
I'll walk out for a minute. Right.
Yes, 1969 when I was single.
You came from England?
Yeah.
What
And
part
my
of
family
England?
came before that. Some came before that.
I tell you what.
Yes, early 1969. Family came. Late 69.
The joke camera.
A lot of the travellers would have, the way it was, they'd been travelling around Ireland, travelling all the place, and they might go away to England for work, or maybe things was better, that's what man was saying, and they left Ireland, and then they travelled around England, then they came back to Ireland, allowed them to put their roots down in England. That's the way it would have been. But they would have originated from Ireland, over, around and back. But my father and my Uncle Johnny, now he said the time of the bad foot and mouth disease or something in England, they were going over there, they did the job of burning the cattle or something at the time.
Oh jeez, that's horrible.
Horrible jobs. But that was like the job, that's some of the jobs they would have had in the time. And then they used to get into, they loved the Irish labourers, like the builders, and then they got the building side and construction and things like that.
To the wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
What's your name?
Dominic,
Tell us what have you got there.
picture of a monster with a sword.
What's his name?
Flash.
Are you going to get up on the stage at the concert hall?
Yeah. Oh my god. Who do that? Me. How did you do it? He's here.
Stand beside him there now. So, are you brother and sister?
No, cousins. First cousins.
First cousins?
Our moms are two sisters. And dads are two brothers. Can't
How many
believe it.
brothers and sisters do
We
you have?
have loads of brothers. I have two brothers and I have loads of sisters.
How many sisters?
I have Abby, I have Delilah, I have Jodie, I have Michaela, I have Abby, I have me, and I have my mom and daddy. And I have my two big brothers. So, come on. I have 7 brothers and 1 sister.
What are the names?
If you're gonna waste your time over me saying all that many people.
It's time that we began to laugh and cry and laugh about it all again.
idea of stories being shared, really it is only the beginning. This is only chapter 1. So hence we've called the event Chapter 1, and it's going to be an opportunity for the communities all across the region to really celebrate what they've achieved and to be able to share their stories and their voice on a national platform. And that really is quite special.
Yeah, very special.
Yeah.
I'm standing on the ledge and you'll find a spider web. It's Vaseline my ankle to a stone. Not so long, Marianne.
Tommy, Josephine, Aaron, Adam, Alex, and Mickey, Mikey, Gavin, Myles.
Myles? That's my name.
And the other 2 are, I lost track of their names. And my sister was here earlier, called Kim. She's gone home.
Tell me now, what would you like to do when you grow up?
I would be an artist or an architect.
I lost 200. Where's that check for? This is fine. Hey, you give it a 5, I get back to get 17.
Come on then.
And if you see, Kim, you want to get that bin to the outlet?
Yeah, you want to give me the money to get it?
I haven't waited for the sales.
Two words, baby.
You know that song there, I have a tape.
I think it probably took about a month for them to maybe trust me a bit more, and now I feel that there's a rapport built, and hopefully they would feel the same. But yeah, I'm not trying to say it was closed, but you can from the initial meeting to now, I feel there's a totally different dynamic, you know, with the group and with everybody, and how I feel and how they feel about me.
So we're just going to focus on maybe you speaking about the issue in DCC and the sign for travellers.
It depends what, yeah. Well, I'll know when I see what I'm going to have to. I know when it's okay.
Okay, grand.
Because you have to reach out to him.
No, because we need to speak about what you want to say.
Okay, yeah, right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, when these are finished.
Yeah, exactly. So we're back to Eileen Berry, but she's getting the song sorted out. Breda, do you want to go up next?
You have to standing up there now twice, and you have to sit, you have to doing it, and you will do very, very well out of the night. Don't worry about it. Nobody is going to judge you. This is an opportunity, and you all deserve this opportunity. We all deserve it. It's making history for the first time, having a group of travel women in the National Concert Hall. So I'm going to be in the house, and if you want to come over to me, and if you don't feel comfortable with some words that you're doing, come over and we can change them words and make it your own, and not to be afraid, and you can have a cup of tea, whatever, in the house, and we do it. I'll be there all weekend, okay? So don't be nervous and keep on practicing, and it'll be all brilliant. Well done. Seriously, well done, Arlene. Right there.
Okay.
You could walk over the bridge and the fields is there. So over to go far, you can walk down the locks and see the canal.
Are you allowed to play around there?
Sometimes we go for a recycle around there. Yeah, but no, if you walk all the way on that path, all the way down,
Yeah.
you can go under. You're in this tunnel. You're in like under a bridge, and you can see all fishes in the water. Little tiny. It would be much better if you had a fishing rod. And there were big, large fish in the water. Last year we went fishing and we got about 20 fishes.
20?
We kept one for kept 2 goldfish. The worst thing about this part of the place is all the rubbish and all.
Yeah.
Last time there used to be a house there and around the corner, but a new house got built around the corner. That used to be a house too. It was abandoned.
What would you put there instead of the rubbish?
A house. Take all the rubbish away and put a house there.
Yeah.
Or maybe I would make a mansion and get loads of them. Yeah, it might be a mansion house. I could take all this red out, build mansions, put beaches, and make a lighthouse. And water.
water. Would you like to see the sea?
Yeah.
Traveller's choice in relation to traveller specific accommodation is about living together in the extended family, because living together in the extended family is a critical part of traveller culture and obviously a critical support network for travellers. When you're in a society that discriminates you at every single level on an individual and an institutional basis, that family support is critical. The formal recognition of traveller ethnicity in Ireland is critical. If you're a traveller in England or across Europe, and even now in Australia, the Aborigines ethnicity has been recognised. In Ireland, if travellers' ethnicity is recognised, that means that travellers as a unique group, a distinct group in Ireland, are recognised, that their distinct culture, their heritage, their history, their language, their traditions, their values, which are all unique to the traveller community, will be recognised, will be respected, will be valued within Irish society.
I just want to welcome you here to the National Concert Hall this evening, members of the Culture Connects team, Dublin City Council and the area office. This project started as a kind of a discussion group around Dublin's 2020 bid over a year and a half ago. And when Dublin lost out on it, Culture 2020, and it went to Galway, we developed that programme, and the City Council committed to funding some of the ideas that came out of it, and one of them is connecting up the arts with local communities. So today is the first event of many that are happening this week, but it's been after months of work by the Arts Office, the artists, and most importantly, members of the community like you who've come here tonight. And I think we should have a round of applause for the members of the community and artists who've worked really, really hard over the last number of months to pull this together. Thank you.
On behalf of Dublin City Council and Dublin Culture Connects, we're delighted to welcome to this amazing venue. Isn't it incredible? It's not bad, the John Field Room. This project is with people from Drimna, Ballyfermot and South Circular Road, telling your story and our story, exchanging culture and skills, telling a new story. So, this is Labre Park Stories. It's with Stephen James Smith, that's Stephen there. So the community members who will be coming up on stage will present a selection of stories and songs and experiences. Give them a round of applause as they make their way up onto the stage. It's the Labre Park group.
Hello?
They say the city has 10 million souls. Some live in mansions, yet there's no place for us, Once we had a country, we thought it was fair. Look along the roadside and you'd find us there. We cannot do that now, my dear, we cannot dare.
Labre Park is the first housing site built in Ireland, opened in 1967. My grandparents are the first generations to live in Labre. My parents are the second generations. I am the third generations. Travellers are an ethnic minority group. We have our own culture, canons, values and belief, and language. In our language, I would like to say, Anakin, Akumil, Atin, Dils, Tag Kodim. For those of you who may not speak the Gammon, I just said, we hope you enjoy this as much as we enjoyed to share it. Thank you.
In an old churchyard there grows an old yew, and every spring it blossoms anew. Old travellers can't do that, my dear, old travellers can't do that. Went to a committee, they gave me a chair, asked me politely to move on, but where? Where shall we go, my dear, where shall we go? At a public meeting, the speaker said, if you let them stay, they'll steal our daily bread. He was talking about the travellers, my dear. He was speaking of us, my dear.
The first time when I walked into Dublin City Council, I remember a big sign with an arrow pointing, saying Travellers. Straight away, this meant that my community was being separated. In England, this would never happen. There was no distinctions between people. There, nobody has to justify themselves. I wonder why it is different in Ireland.
Our children leave school not being able to read or write as they were put to the back of the classroom to draw and colour. Travellers want education and we want equality.
Went down to the Liffey, I stood upon the quay. I saw the fish swimming because they were free. They came only 10 feet away, only 10 feet away. I walked through the woods, I saw the birds in the trees. They had no government, so they sang at their ease. They were not the human race, my dear, they were not the human race.
I look around tonight and I see travelling kids are changing. I look around tonight and I see embracing change. I look around tonight and I see cultures sharing a stage with other communities. I look around tonight and I look forward to a bright future with our race. I look around tonight and I feel proud.
I'm more than a traveller woman. Yes, I'm a very proud traveller woman, but I'm a traveller woman who's in third level education. I'm an educator, I'm a public speaker, and I know a lot of travellers who are doctors, who are nurses, who are principals, who are teachers, who can go on and be as good as the next person out there.
Dreamed I saw a building with thousands of floors, thousands of windows and thousands of doors. Not one of those were ours, my dear, not one of those were ours. Stood on the road in the falling snow, 1,000 people marched to and fro, looking for you and me, my dear, looking for you and me. So stand up, my dear, stand up for your rights. Stand up, my dear, and don't give up the fight.
We would feel valued as a group of people, as individuals, if we were recognised as an ethnic minority group, hopefully within the coming weeks. We leave you all on with this final statement here, and so here it is here. Woo!
My son's fish. He was 8 years old when he got his goldfish. The goldfish's name was Bimbo. We had him for about 4 months, but then Tom got sick of taking care of him. My friend Julie said she had some goldfish, so Tom decided to give her the fish. The next time I saw my friend Julie, she said the fish was aggressive to her fish, that he was chasing her goldfish all over the place, trying to bite their tails off. My son Tom told her the reason was that the fish was a traveller's fish and he liked his own space. He liked travelling around. He was reared with the travellers and it will take time for him to adapt into this environment. He is 22 years old now and I do believe the goldfish is travelling around the world.